So I'm on my way to the registry to go and take my knowledge test for driver's license. So the AB law says that when you come in, you have 90 days to swap your.
So how was your test? Hey.
Oh, it was good.
He passed his written test. How many wrongs did you get?
No, zero.
Hey,
Zero. So,
congrats.
like you see on the other video, it's cumulative. So you don't get to, if you haven't made any error, then you don't get to go beyond number 25. Yeah, so because I was getting everything right, they stopped at number 25 because it's 30 questions. You're allowed to make 5 errors. So at 25,
yeah.
and they gave me this.
Good.
What do you call it? This is called Class 7 GDL.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a Class 7 GDL, and they will post the card to my mail in 2 weeks. And when it comes in, I can give them a call to find out if the government has confirmed and approved my Ghana license. If they have, then I can go in for a road test and take the and change this one to a Class 5. Class 5 is what I need to do.
Hey, so you passed your driving test. Congratulations. How was it?
Oh, it was an experience.
So tell me about it. What did you do? How was the feeling?
No, of course. I mean, yeah, you have driving experience back home from Ghana, but you know, yeah, a lot of signs that are different here and all that. So, yeah. So basically, so I got to the center, right? I took mine at the North Town Registry, right? Got there like 30 minutes before the scheduled appointment, and they took my, what do you call it, the license, the car registration and the insurance for the car, processed it, and then I got the instructor. Right? So the instructor came, introduced herself, really nice person. Then because I was using my own car, right, she had to inspect a few things, indicators, then what do you call it, the car horn, the brake lights, and then, that's it. So that's it. So
where did you go?
Okay.
Where in town did you go?
I'm still not very familiar with all the places, but generally we drove around some school zones, then some residential areas. So
testing your speed limits and all
exactly,
that. Okay.
Speed limits for the school zones. You know, you're not allowed to do even a 1 kilometer above the limit on school zones. That's like 30 kilometers per hour. Went through residential areas, and that's 40 kilometers per hour, right? And then we went through several levels of highways, you know, some 60 kilometers, some 80 kilometers, 70 kilometers. And then the highway,
that is the determining.
Yes. So she marked me on how I merged onto the highway, you know, and because the speed limit on that is 100, you have to merge at 100. How I exited the highway, you know, into the curbs, you know, the deceleration zones.
Deceleration zone, yeah.
It's not the curbs, the deceleration zones. And then back onto, what do you call it?
The highway.
Another highway with a lower speed limit, 60 kilometers, you know. How you observe the stop signs, the traffic lights, you know. Turning on the right, you know, I think that's your observe. Yeah. Then we drove back into the registry. Then she assessed me also on my parking.
Okay. Parallel.
Yeah. Parallel parking. No. So during the the test. That's where you do the parallel parking. So we did the parallel parking, then we did downhill parking. So if you're parking downhill, right, there's a specific way you go about it. So we did that also, and then right there at the car park of the registry, then she gave me the assessment, mentioned the parts that I should improve on, because I mean, for every mistake that you did, there were some points that they deduct, right? So she told me, those ones were minor points, etc. They weren't enough not to get me
to pass
the exam. And then the parts that I did well too, she highlighted my parallel parking, my downhill parking, my observance of the school zone, driving speed limits, and all those things. So
it means that when you come in with your home license, which is a Ghana license in this case, do the night test first, exchange it, and then do the practical test. You don't need to go through the 3 years of waiting to get a full Alberta license.
It is accelerated.
Yeah.
So if you didn't have a license back home, then you would have had to stay on the learners, the class 7, call it class 7 over here for at least a year before. But because you have the experience from home, right, then you swap that license, they verify it from the home country, to make sure that's authentic, all that. Then they will give you a class 7, when you swap. Whether you qualify to go on the accelerated program, right, will depend on the feedback they get from the home country and then the background check that they do. If everything checks, then you can call them after you receive your class 7, the card form of it. You call them, then book your road test. So that's the advantage. Because you have experience from your home, you don't need to wait a whole year, before you can move from the class 7 to class 5. The class 5 is a driver's license.
Yeah.
Because you're in Alberta, that's how it's called. In the other provinces, I think that they have other grad levels. For example, in the you can have a license that doesn't qualify you to be on the highway.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's the full one that makes you. But here you are tested on the highway as well too. You end up getting all of that. Now, whether this will also pass for driving in Toronto, etc., that's another conversation.
You don't know.
You have to research. And
so when you are coming from your home country, what documents should you bring to facilitate you getting a driver's license? So
obviously your driver's license, and then there's an extract that they give.
Yeah.
Right. Before, we came here, we were thinking it was an international driver's license, but the DVLE, when we made the inquiry, mentioned it wasn't an international driver's license, just an extract. That's the now if your license, has a lot of history on it, then excellent, those are the two. But in the case, for example, the license expiring and you just renewed in just a few months
on your new license,
that they give you an extract, and then also probably an accompanying letter
to show your history.
Yes, you have a good history on driving. Okay. But basically, once you have that, and then you submit. But before you submit, you take a knowledge test, right? You take a knowledge test. You need to score.
Which I have taken, by the way. So I have my learner's license.
Very well, congratulations.
Well, finally, you are.
So you bring the extract, they validate it. And then, but they only validate it after you've passed your knowledge test. You need to pass your knowledge test. Then they will validate the knowledge test. Then you hand over those documents to them. They validate.
Full Albertan driver. So more adventures for us, eh?
Right.
Thank you so much. So guys, that's it. That's how to get your Albertan license.